Okay, so let's move on to the next minigame tent mode, and that's what appears to be Tic-Tac Drop. So basically, in this particular mode, is the fact that we need to win minigames to earn the right to make the next move. So basically, this mode is going to be focusing on duel minigames, so in this case, we're going to be face off against with Luigi for the majority of this mode. So, yeah, to be expected for the most part, because I don't think there's any, option that we can able to change to Luigi to Wario or Waluigi, so I guess that's fine, because it's obviously red and blue for the sake of the forms of the two-player attributes or something. So to win Tic-Tac Drop, you must make a lineup down or diagonally by dropping balls through the board's slots. You'll get one ball for each minigame win. If you reach a stalemate, I think that's what it says anyway, you can start a fresh game. So, yeah, basically this is just tic-tac-toe, except the fact that this game's equivalent to, well, I don't know what you say for this point, because I know it's been donkey's years since I actually last played this mode. So as a result though, this place is going to be filled to the brim with those duel minigames we're going to be playing through. So, just like in Crown Showdown, I will try my best able to find some new minigames. So in this case, we have new ones right here. So it's a construction marathon. Saw the log, pound the nail, and then paint the wall. Each task requires a unique motion, so take your time and do it right. So basically, we need to solve the log by doing, you know, thrusting the Wii remote up and down, likely if you jab something, and then also swing the hammer up and down, and then much like the forms of Speedy Graffiti, you can just simply just try to able to press A or B to able to actually paint around the wall. So, except the fact that unlike in Speedy Graffiti, that I don't think this actually requires us to able to paint the actual line to able to actually copy it. So I think what we're supposed to do is to able to actually just paint the wall and stuff. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Sometimes my Wii sensor bar can be inaccurate, so yeah, sometimes it can be temporarily sometimes, so... Because, I don't know about you, because for the longest time, this used to be my favorite minigame in this entire game, but most of the time it feels like a gimmicky of any sort when it comes to utilizing a lot of motion controls emphasis, like, you know what I mean with all that sawing the log, and also just hammering and even painting too. So as a result though, yeah, you need to fill up the entire wall in order to able to progress, because if you're missing certain spots, like I've almost barely missed some spots, but either way though, regardless of such though, then you should able to win this. So, I still do like it, don't get me wrong, but relatively speaking though, it's just the fact that this used to be my favorite minigame, but every now and then, I think I'm also able to go through Boo Tang Gallery for the sake of the forms of my absolute favorite minigame in this entire game so far. So, I might be biased when it comes to the forms of certain things worth noting for, so... And also, this bit does remind me when you're able to experience the arcade machine when you try to play the Mario Party game on the arcade. That usually involves rounding gambling and stuff, usually being made by not only from Nintendo and Hudson Soft, but also Capcom as well. That, yeah, it does remind me of that. Anyways, we have another new minigame we have, which is Iron the Prize. So, let's go and read these rules here. Tilt the sorting device to pour the colored blobs into their appropriate containers. Tilt your panel just right to get blobs into the containers. Don't tilt too far or you won't have time to react. So yeah, basically it's the fact that we need to just tilt the Wii remote to you know, left and right to able to actually just try to sort out the seesaw thing to able to try to sort out the blobs. So this minigame is alright. I mean, sure, it's not the best minigame of this game actually has to offer. I mean, it does have some issues though, such as for instance that, as far as what the rules applies, you have to be right on with that specific motion, because if you just manage to tilt it a bit too far, then obviously that you have no chance to able to react when it comes to likely for its, you know, motions and stuff like that. Even though it's hard to explain, because I know for the fact that it's been ages since I actually just managed to able to experience this minigame, so I think for the most part it's actually not too bad as far as I'm concerned with that stuff, but the only hardest part is just at the very end, because as you can tell, sometimes every now and then they just now manage to able to spoot in a lot of blobs here and there, so likely about the fact that you need to get a lot of fast reflexes in order to able to get the correct spawning blobs into the correct containers, so anyways, let's place our another blue ball somewhere at the very left. Actually, kind of thinking about it, I'm pretty sure for I've seen a lot of Let's Plays of Mario Party 8, for some reason, everyone else never seemed able to be bothered able to play this mode for some reason. I honestly have no idea, but anyway, we got ourselves another new minigame we can play, and that's what it appears to be, a wing and a scare. Okay. Tilt the wings of your plane as you try to clear the obstacles and reach the finish line first. If you hit an obstacle or trap, your aircraft will rebound and you'll lose time. So, yeah, basically it's all about tilting motion controls again, except the fact that we have to do a lot of navigation between those. A lot of obstacles we need to dodge, ranging from, let's just say, pillars, or especially noticeable with certain holes you must be able to go through, and all that jazz. So, yeah, for the most part, this minigame is fine. I mean, usually, relatively speaking, it's just involves around in, you have to twist the Wii remote to able to actually just to go in the corresponding directions to able to, you know what I mean, try to dodge a lot of obstacles, and especially noticeable just, well, hope for the best, not able to actually just slow down, so it seems like that Luigi was actually a little bit behind at the moment, mainly because that sometimes that he didn't go too fast, unlike me. Although, there are rare occasions where I somehow managed to able to back up a little, but that's okay, because I somehow still win, like a boss. But yeah, that's as far as I can usually try and think about for the sake of this minigame. It's pretty simple and easy when you get the hang of it, so anyway, so a few things I want to explain for this point today, while this is going on, about the fact the matter is though, is that today's day is of course the, I would say that today it is the 21st, if I recall correctly, because, well, 21st of May actually, so because of that though, you noticed about the fact that for those of you all the bronies out there, that, I think potentially next week, to be more specifically next Friday, that, as a matter of fact, that we've only just got about, roughly 6 days left, is the fact that obviously My Little Pony and Maritime Bay Adventure will be expecting to be releasing until that time, so in this case that I believe the game is still about to be coming out at some point on the 27th of May, so at the very least, yeah, I was right, we've only got about 6 more days left until that game finally comes out on modern devices between, you know what I mean, PS4, Xbox One / Xbox Series X. Kind of a weird choice able to actually have the Xbox Series X release, because despite the fact that, well, relatively speaking, every now and then on certain covers for, you know what I mean, Xbox stuff. Oh, jeez! Does that mean we get a tie? Yep, we have. Because somehow we managed able to hit each other during the exact same scenario right there, so yeah, I did not expect that, especially noticeable about the fact that, well, if you get a tie, well, no one wins that. So, oh well, no big deal, but at the very least I'm still pretty much in the lead at the moment, because after all I've got 3 balls inserted, so alright, so we're going back into bumper balloons again. So, except the fact that this time around we're faced off against with Luigi, as opposed to Wario, because obviously Wario did actually help me out last time, because he somehow accidentally popped my balloons, so that'll give me some bit of advantage right there, so yeah, anyway, as I was saying, because every now and then is the fact that with the Xbox One and Xbox Series X sometimes they always manage to combine those two systems into one particular platform device or something like that, when it comes to game covers every now and then. Like, for example, there's another emphasis on this, like, for instance, there is Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, that game also has the ability that you can able to either play it on Xbox One or Xbox Series X, and same applies to Sonic Colors Ultimate, and even especially noticeable with Halo Infinite. So yeah, that might be something worth mentioning for the sake of convenience, that is. Although, as you can tell from the forms of the video's length, originally, we were expecting about the fact that since this is going to be one of the shortest game modes in terms of mini-game 10 so far, I feel like I'm also able to go for this particular Tic-Tac Drop video go by a little bit longer, mainly because I really want to able to actually show you guys the majority of the Duel Mini-Games, presumably so. But it looks like that so far we only stumbled across 3 new minigames so far when it comes to Duel Mini-Games in mind. So, but it feels like that every once in a while that we will come across into even more repeats thanks to new forms of that. Well, let's just say we've already stumbled across bumper balloons, and also we're going to be returning back onto Swing Kings again, so for, you know, doing some more baseball action. So nothing major, honestly, but regardless of such though, it might be still a little bit more of a, well, it's hard to say, honestly, because I know for the fact it has been about, I would say since about a week since I actually last played Mario Party 8, because, well, after all, that I pretty much, well, consecutively, that I'm pretty much almost nearly at the end of Kirby and the Forgotten Land Let's Play. And so far that some toy sales are already working on a continuation on The Simpsons Hit and Run so far. So at the very least we're actually getting pretty decent when it comes to progressioning for the sake of, well, I honestly have no words, because again, it has been a very long while since I actually did done some bit of commentary recently. So because aside from the fact that with that one thing I just mentioned, that's as far as I can say about it. Oh great, we're going back onto Cardiators again, so, because last time I actually lost by Wario by 1 unit of health left. Oh jeez, I wonder if I can get ourselves a bit of a payback this time. But we'll see what happens there, because it might be still feels a bit luck-based at points, so... And I'm actually gonna go first this time, because I got a higher number than Luigi, so... Oh, nice. 9 bullet bill attack. That seems like a good start so far, at least as far as pulling out the first card, so... Alright, let's see what Luigi's gonna do. Oh, please don't tell me he's gonna pick the, Oh my god! 12 from that chain jump! Oh jeez, this is gonna be very, very close. And in fact, I've only got 8 units of health left, so... Alright, what's this? Ooh! 10! I like it. I really like that a lot. Especially noticeable, it deals so much damage. Oh, wait a second. He's off by 1 unit of health! Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. This is gonna be scary. And he's gonna choose... Oh my goodness! The 7 penguin card! Now he managed able to go 1 bit of health left, and it doesn't matter what cards I choose, so I think relatively speaking, I will win this. So yeah, it doesn't matter what cards I choose. So 6 attack for Yukikis, so wow. That was a lucky victory right there. I managed to win this minigame with 1 unit of health left. That's massive payback, luck, or RNG. I mean, surely that... I don't mind this, but it's just the fact that it can be luck-based at times. But in a fun way, either way. But, jeez, that was actually a close victory right there. After the events of that Crown Showdown with Wario and such. It doesn't matter which color balls I'm also able to place it onto, so I think I should probably go onto... horizontal line. So at the very least though, that's yeah, that was the thing about this is the fact that there's only 1 win as opposed to 3 in a row or multitude of lines you have to aim for. So you always have to aim for 1 line. So that's why that this particular mode might be actually be the shortest mode when it comes to minigame 10. So yeah, that's basically about it about Tic-Tac Drop. So now let's move on to probably is my favorite mode.